What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to talk about my computer, what it is like. I'm going to talk about its max settings, what components I use to build it, and yeah. I'm also going to be talking about my peripherals, my monitor. I'm going to be telling you its limits and what limits it down. So let's start off with our FPS. Its max FPS on high settings. Let's see. We're on everything is high. Never mind. Everything's high. And let's put our limit first at 60. Okay, running a stable 60. Let's see if we can get any higher. Now this computer, it's definitely not the fastest, but it's better than my old computer. So let's see. I want to see if I can get this thing about 90. But since I'm recording, it's probably not going to be able to get too far above that. So I'd say 80 is our max on all high settings, 100% 3D resolution. And yeah, that's pretty good. Now let's go one step down. Everything is on high. And we're at 120 FPS applying. Now we can run stable 120 FPS. But that's just in the lobby. And then let's look. Next, let's run medium, but I'm going to keep it at 100% 3D resolution. I'm going to go up to 200 frames for this. Okay, I can run a stable 200 frames, so I'm going to go up a little bit more to 240. Stable 240, okay. And this is while recording a video on the computer. Now, I'm going to see if we can get anywhere near 360. Okay, we're maxing out about 300, but this is while recording. Alrighty. Next, I'm going to try putting this value down to low. Everything. But we're going to keep this at 100%. And apply. We're running almost a completely stable 360 with just our minimum dipping below and running still 100% on our 3D resolution. Okay, now I'm going to turn even my 3D resolution to the 44% where the game had it. I'm going to see how this looks. Apply. We're not getting a stable. We can see small amounts of just exactly 360 frames per second. But I'm gonna up this to unlimited. Unlimited, we're getting somewhere in the 400s. But I do like that we are getting. Okay, this is weird. We're getting in the 400s in our minimum. 400, but we haven't changed the settings. We haven't changed any of these settings. Now, finally, apply, and let's see. As you're probably not gonna want to play on this because it looks like you're playing Mario Kart. Not even I don't know. I wasn't a big Nintendo fan growing up. Okay, so we're maxing out. Rounding up, we're maxing out 500. It's way to 470s. Alrighty. I'm turning this back up high because I cannot stand that look. Okay. Ooh, wait, can I run 200? 240. Let's see it. No. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna run this on a stable 144 FPS. because that's all I really need. That's all anyone really needs. So next I'm going to talk about the specs. Actually, no, I'm going to save the specs for very last. Now I'm going to talk about my monitor, my keyboard. The keyboard does nothing special. It's just a Red Dragon. Is it mechanical? It looks to be mechanical. Red Dragon mechanical keyboard. I don't know if it's actually mechanical. That's weird. But it seems to be Red Dragon mechanical keyboard. It has LEDs, but it only stays one color. And we have a Red Dragon 3200 DPI RGB mouse. And my monitor, I don't know the exact brand, but I know it has a 1 millisecond refresh rate. It runs 144 hertz. It's 24 inches and curved screen. So I really do like it. But I feel like this computer is definitely being slowed down by the internet, since I only have 1,000 megabytes or 1 gigabyte. But now let's get into my computer, the specs. So first off, here I'm gonna hop into a game of creative, just so y'all don't have to watch this lifeguard chick stand there and breathe. So in my computer, I do have my computer's case is running off of my computer case is a Cool Master Box Q300L, if I'm not mistaken. So it comes with one fan, and it seems that you have four graphics card panels and a nice hole for the power supply. You also have a glass display side. I don't know. And I like the design of it. It's very sleek. It's a small computer box case tower. Okay, now to get to the insides. I believe we are running on a Ryzen 5 3rd gen processor running at 3600 speeds. Now, it came with the stock cooler applied with thermal paste. So of course we use the stock cooler. You can always upgrade your stock cooler. But anyway, you can always upgrade which cooler fan you're using. Next up, I'm going to talk about our RAM. The RAM, we had G-Skill Ripjaws 16 gigabytes at another 3600 speeds. Now, I hardly need 16 gigabytes. But it does amazing. It does an amazing job. Because recording right now, it's doing a lot, really. So next, let's talk about my power supply. Why not? I'm getting a call. It's Mr. Likely. Scam Likely. My favorite guy on the planet. Okay. Let's talk about the power supply. We have a power spec 650 watt non-modular power supply. And it's doing a pretty good job. It supplies power to the entirety of my computer. And I believe that there's still some extra kind of electricity in there that it's not using up. So that's always good to know if you ever want to upgrade, say get a better processor, maybe some more RAM, or maybe just another graphics card. that's a really good amount of energy to use. But power supply, you can always change it out. It's actually a lot simpler than you'd think. So next, our motherboard, I believe, is a Gigabyte B550. I don't know if it supports overclock. It does not have a Wi-Fi chip. So so I have an Ethernet cable plugged in. That's why I was talking about our internet. But anyway, but Ethernet is way more stable. Anyway, like I never have liked running a computer off of straight Wi-Fi. So having like no Wi-Fi like option does kind of help in a way. So because it like motivates you to get it onto Ethernet. I'm recording a video, Luke. So next up, let's talk about. I'm gonna talk about my hard drive and my SSD. SSD, we have a Crucial Ballistics 500 gigabyte solid state drive. Now this is what I'm using to sort of boot up Windows. I have my Windows drivers all installed on that, and I have a 2 terabyte Barracuda Seagate hard drive, and this is what I'm using to run Fortnite on, and basically everything else. 2 terabytes is more than enough for me, and obviously it's doing its job perfectly fine. Next, I'm gonna go to basically the last thing I feel like would be my graphics card, correct? Yeah. My graphics card is an Asus GTX 1060 Ti. Now this is donated from my uncle, who I'm not going to name him because I don't know. I don't feel like he'd like be like, "Hey Kyle, please name me." I feel like he'd be like, "Hey Kyle." Yeah. Be like, "Hey, don't name me, please." By the way, Kyle, that's just a kind of a fake name. Actually, no, it's not. Whatever. Anyway. So, the graphics card is an Asus GTX 1060 Ti. And, yeah, it runs... Okay. I'm going to get back to my processor for a second, because it runs on a base of 3.6 gigahertz, but it can go up to 4.1 gigahertz. And that's how I'm able to get such high refresh rates. Because, yeah, it's pretty good. Why? Bring it over here. I'll be right back. I saw it. Now, I went to Micro Center in the Houston area to get all the supplies for my computer. In total, it cost me about $1,000. That's including all of my peripherals and my monitor. You could easily upgrade more, but so the worker that was helping me get all my supplies to build the computer, he told me this, and this should help, and hopefully this helps you if you ever want to build a computer yourself, is that okay, he said that the Ryzen 5 3rd generation is just one step down from the Ryzen 7 3rd generation, and the difference is unnoticeable between their speeds. I don't know if this is true, because this is my first ever computer build, but I believed him, and honestly, yeah, I don't regret it. He obviously did. It obviously is still an amazing processor. So yeah, that's basically everything. Did I forget anything? I told y'all about my case, my monitor, my keyboard and mouse. I could tell y'all about my microphone and headset, but I don't know the name to my headset. My microphone, though, I believe is a newer NW-8000 USB microphone. Now, I don't know the clarity of it, which I guess I'll find out whenever editing this video. But yeah, I covered my peripherals, monitor, my case, my motherboard, my processor, the graphics card, power supply, hard drive, and SSD, the RAM as well, I believe. And I did tell you all the total amount and where I got my computer. And if there's anything, any questions y'all have about my computer or anything that y'all want to tell me, like about my computer, like if there's anything better I could have gotten, just let me know, because really I do plan on upgrading it in the future to maybe, so many laptops. I used to have a laptop. It ran on Intel Core i7, and the bad part about it is it didn't have a good graphics card. It had like an AMD Radeon, like very, very bad graphics card. I'm pretty sure the worst graphics card you could possibly get, besides like no graphics card at all. But something I found is that I like the Ryzen processors far much more than any Intel processor I've ever had. And I feel like, but if you're looking for mobility in a computer, go for a laptop. But if you're looking for just power, just like a beast of a gaming setup, you want to go for a desktop computer. And if you get a small enough case, it's very mobile. My actual monitor, in kind of like lengthwise, is actually bigger than my case, my computer, my actual like computer by itself. And yeah, they're easy to run on. They're like easy to both run. Like I've had them both plugged into like a kind of power bank sort of thing. Like a power, an outlet hub, along with my phone, and it's running really good. One thing I would suggest, if you just want to keep your computer nice and running smoothly, would be definitely to get more fans, especially an exhaust fan, to get all the hot air out, but definitely more fans to get the cool air in, because my computer, I don't know exactly what temperature it's running at, but it's probably not the coolest computer ever. Now you could also go for a water cooled computer, but that's really expensive, and it's probably like not for beginners like me. But if y'all have anything to add, maybe something to tell me about my computer, just let me know, and I will think about it, and I will respond to that hopefully in the next video I talk about my computer in. So thank y'all, and goodbye.